After 70, do you want to know how much time you actually have left? In actuality, your body is already sending you clues about how long you might live, and each year feels more valuable. While some people in their 70s continue to feel vibrant, strong, and sharp, others begin to slow down as they cope with weariness and health issues. The difference is frequently found in a few crucial indicators, which are modest but potent clues that might help you predict the future. We'll discuss 7 indicators in this video that can tell you how long you might live over the age of 70. These are not conjectures or myths. They are based on actual trends that medical professionals and researchers have seen in long-lived, healthy individuals. You will know exactly what to look for in your own body and lifestyle by the end of this film, and more significantly, you will know how to increase your chances of staying healthy and living a longer life. You can be missing little details that could have a big impact on your future, so pay attention to the very end. Once you are aware of these indicators, you will know exactly where you are and what adjustments you may need to make in order to live longer. Let's get going now. One of the most reliable markers of how long you might live after 70 is your walking speed, which isn't concealed in your DNA, medical data, or even your diet. Other signs include tumors, showers, one song, and one. Your walking speed is much more straightforward. According to studies, those who walk steadily and briskly into their 70s and beyond typically live longer than those who drastically slow down. This is due to the fact that walking pace is strongly related to cardiovascular health, muscle strength, general health, and even brain health. Consider 2 individuals, Joe and Frank, who are both 75 years of age. Joe walks every morning, maintains a steady speed, and moves confidently, fluidly, and without difficulty when climbing stairs or crossing the street. In contrast, Frank used to be quite active but has slowed down considerably in recent years. While Joe's pace indicates that his body is still functioning normally, Frank's decreasing speed may indicate that his health is worsening. He finds it difficult to keep up with others, takes many rests, and occasionally feels unstable on his feet. Walking slowly and unsteadily is not merely a sign of aging. It can also be an indication of more serious problems, such as weak muscles, poor circulation, or even early neurological impairment. Your entire resilience deteriorates when your legs, which serve as your foundation, begin to fail. The good news is that you can increase your walking speed. You stay stronger the more you walk. Don't disregard your slowing down if you've seen it. In the end, how quickly you move through life might literally tell you a lot about how long you'll keep moving at all. So start making little attempts to gain strength, whether it's exercising your legs or going for more walks with light weights. Thus, be mindful of your pace. It may be the easiest approach to monitor your longevity. Your grip strength is the second sign. You might be surprised to learn how much your handshake can tell you about your future. One of the most obvious markers of general vitality in older persons, according to research, is grip strength. A firm, steady grip denotes strong muscles, healthy circulation, and a functional neurological system. A weaker, deteriorating grip, on the other hand, may indicate fragility, muscle loss, or even an increased risk of health issues. Consider Robert, a 78-year-old guy who always took great satisfaction in shaking hands firmly. He continued to be active, lifted little weights, and had no trouble carrying groceries or opening jars. Walter, who is also 78, began to notice that even seemingly easy actions, like holding onto a heavy bag or twisting off the cap of a bottle, were more difficult than they used to. He wrote it off as just getting older, but he was unaware that his deteriorating grip strength was an indication of muscle loss, which might shorten his life expectancy and increase his risk of falls and other injuries. Your hands are a mirror of the condition of your muscles as a whole. It's likely that the rest of your body is deteriorating if your grasp is, and the more strength you lose, the more difficult it is to remain self-sufficient active, and robust. You can reconstruct it, which is wonderful news. Simple exercises like holding modest weights or using hand grippers to squeeze a tennis ball will help you keep your muscles strong and your grip firm, so try your grasp for a moment. Don't ignore it if your hands feel weaker than they used to be or if you find that daily tasks are becoming more difficult. Your ability to hold on to things now could be a predictor of your ability to hold on to life in the years to come. Please let me know in the second remark below if you're still watching this video and finding these ideas helpful. To ensure you don't miss any videos, I advise you to subscribe and turn on the bell if you haven't already. Let's go ahead now. The third sign is that most people don't consider their one-leg balance until they start losing it. You. However, one of the best indicators of your life expectancy is your ability to stand on one leg for at least 10 seconds. People with balance issues are more likely to get injuries from falls and even endure cognitive impairment, according to research. Conversely, people who are able to stay balanced well into their 70s and beyond typically lead healthier, longer lives. Consider Carol and Nancy, two women in their early 70s. Carol has always been involved. She takes yoga, walks every day, and can raise one foot off the ground for a few seconds without stumbling. Conversely, Nancy hasn't given her equilibrium much thought. Over the years, she has become so unsteady that she has to grasp onto anything to keep herself upright whenever she tries to stand on one leg. Nancy is unaware that this lack of equilibrium is more serious than a little annoyance. It's an indication that she may be losing her ability to coordinate, strengthen her muscles, and even think clearly. Strong legs, a keen neurological system, and a healthy brain are necessary for good balance. It's time for action if you find yourself falling more frequently, feeling wobbly when turning fast, or needing to cling to furniture or walls for support. The finest thing is that equilibrium may be enhanced. Easy exercises include walking heel to toe, simple Tai Chi, or standing on one foot for a few seconds each day. Can assist you in regaining stability. Get up and raise one foot off the ground to try this test now. Can you maintain it without straining for 10 seconds? You will be stronger and more stable in the years to come if you work on your balance today. If not, don't freak out, but don't ignore it either. Take note of your sleeping habits. The quality of your nightly sleep has a significant impact on your life expectancy. Sleep is more than simply rest. It's a time for your body to heal itself, for your immune system to be strengthened, and for your brain to be free of pollutants. According to studies, those over 70 who consistently get good sleep have a tendency to live longer and be healthier, but those who have trouble sleeping are more likely to experience heart disease, memory loss, and impaired immunity. Consider Henry and Bill, two guys in their mid-70s. Henry sleeps for about 7 hours every night, has a consistent bedtime, and wakes up feeling rejuvenated. Henry's body continues to work well over time, but Bill experiences restless nights, tossing and turning, waking up several times, and occasionally having trouble falling asleep at all. Bill continues to have a keen intellect and consistent energy levels, but his deteriorating sleep quality causes him to experience daytime lethargy, brain fog, and even blood pressure abnormalities. Don't ignore it if you have trouble falling asleep, wake up frequently during the night, or feel worn out even after spending hours in bed. Your body is communicating with you. Numerous factors, including stress, poor food, inactivity, and even undetected medical disorders like sleep apnea, can contribute to poor sleep. The good news is that sleep quality may be enhanced by making small adjustments, like cutting back on screen time before bed, maintaining a routine, receiving some natural sunshine in the morning, or avoiding large meals just before bed. Sleep is more than just getting enough rest. It's about maintaining optimal physical and mental health. So, be mindful of your sleeping patterns tonight. It's time to make changes if you wake up exhausted, have trouble falling asleep, or feel that your sleep has changed recently. After all, How well you sleep now may have a direct impact on how robust and healthy you remain in the years to come. Please let me know in the 4th comment below if you're still viewing this video and finding these ideas helpful. To ensure you don't miss any videos, I advise you to subscribe and turn on the bell if you haven't already. We can keep producing high-quality content to educate and uplift you thanks to your support. Let's go ahead now. One of the best predictors of life expectancy is sign 5, which is your appetite and eating patterns after the age of 70. A balanced diet and a healthy appetite maintain your body's strength, your immune system's resilience, and your vitality. Conversely, abrupt appetite reduction or unhealthy eating patterns may indicate underlying medical conditions or even hasten the aging process. Think about two 74-year-old women, Margaret and Susan. Margaret consumes a range of fresh, whole foods, enjoys her meals, and keeps her weight stable. She gets a boost of energy throughout the day and enjoys cooking her own meals. But Susan has observed that her appetite has simply diminished. Over the past year, she has inadvertently lost weight, skips meals, and consumes processed foods. She is unaware that her decreased appetite is more than a minor alteration. This is a warning sign that her body might not be getting enough nutrients, which could impair her immune system, weaken her muscles, and slow down her metabolism. In older persons, a diminished appetite is frequently associated with underlying health difficulties, such as hormonal changes, digestive problems, or even early indicators of cognitive loss. Additionally, your body begins to malfunction when you don't eat enough. Muscle weakness and fragility increase the risk of illness and falls. It's critical to take action if you've observed changes in your eating patterns, such as feeling full too quickly, losing interest in food, or experiencing unexpected weight loss. Eating effectively beyond 70 involves more than just maintaining fullness. Giving your body the nourishment it needs to function correctly is the goal. Concentrate on eating full, nutrient-dense foods. Don't disregard a waning appetite and drink plenty of water. It can be a sign from your body that something needs to be looked at. So ask yourself, do you still like eating? Have you seen a decrease in your appetite and energy levels? Or are you getting enough protein, fiber, and healthy fats to keep your body strong? Your future strength and independence are directly impacted by the foods you eat today. Sign 6. Your longevity can be inferred from your stress management skills and how you respond to stress after the age of 70. In addition to lowering your mood, long-term stress impairs your immune system, increases your risk of heart disease, and even speeds up the aging process. However, those who are adept at stress management typically maintain their health, level of activity, and mental acuity long into old life. Consider the 76-year-olds Richard and John. Like everyone else, John has to deal with unforeseen costs, health concerns, and family problems, but he has learned to do so in a composed and collected manner. He takes deep breaths, interacts with people, and avoids thinking about issues for longer than is required. But Richard clings to his tension. He worries about uncontrollable stuff all the time, feels overpowered by minor annoyances, and frequently gets caught up in pessimistic thought processes. Gradually, his body is weakened by this ongoing stress, his energy levels decline, his sleep quality deteriorates, and his blood pressure increases. Prolonged stress causes inflammation, which has been connected to almost all of the main age-related illnesses, including heart disease and Alzheimer's. Don't dismiss it if you frequently feel tense, irritable, or emotionally spent. You can extend your life by learning stress reduction techniques, such as deep breathing, exercise, mindfulness, or even laughter. When faced with obstacles, do you adjust and go on, or do you cling to your worries and allow stress to take over? Your capacity to remain composed, solve problems, and concentrate on your controllable aspects is not only beneficial to your mental health, but also plays a significant role in your longevity and quality of life. Please let me know in the 6th comment below if you're still viewing this video and finding these insights helpful. To ensure you don't miss any videos, I advise you to subscribe and turn on the bell if you haven't already. We can keep producing high-quality content to educate and uplift you thanks to your support. Let's go ahead now. After 70 studies have consistently demonstrated that people with strong social ties, whether through friendships, family, or community involvement, tend to live longer, healthier lives. The strength of your relationships can be one of the most obvious indicators of how long you might live. Conversely, loneliness has been associated with increased risks of heart disease, depression, cognitive decline, and even early death. Consider two 78-year-old women, Eleanor and Barbara. Eleanor is quite engaged in her social life. She enjoys spending time with her family, participates in a local reading club, and keeps in touch with old pals. She finds a sense of connection to others around her, enjoys her chats, and laughs frequently. But Barbara is by herself most of the time. Despite having family, she hardly ever communicates with them, and she has lost contact with many of her acquaintances over the years. As the months go by, she begins to feel alone, her mood deteriorates, and her general health starts to deteriorate. Emotional support is only one aspect of human connection. It directly affects bodily well-being. Your body creates chemicals that support general well-being, your stress levels decrease, and your brain remains engaged when you engage with others. It's time to make a change if you've noticed that you're spending more time alone, avoiding phone calls, or withdrawing from social interactions. Because the relationships you cultivate today bring more than just happiness. Staying connected doesn't require you to be constantly surrounded by people. Even small actions like getting in touch with an old friend, joining a group with similar interests, or developing the habit of having meaningful conversations can make a big difference. They make it more likely that you will continue to live a longer and healthier life. Hanaro, last thoughts. For Nimin. Now that you are aware of these 7 indicators, pause to consider your current situation. Have you observed any minor changes that could be warning signs? Or are you navigating life with courage and self-assurance? The good news is that the majority of these variables affect your gait, balance, grip strength, and sleep quality. You can make improvements to your eating patterns, stress levels, and social relationships. Your future is not predetermined, and the decisions you make now can significantly affect the number of years you have left to live. Don't wait for a doctor to tell you it's time to change, if you already know where you need to improve. Get started right away. Increase your walking frequency, build muscle, prioritize getting enough sleep, maintain social connections, and learn stress reduction techniques. At the end of the day, longevity isn't only about how many years you have left, but also about how well you live during those years. Thus, the objective isn't simply to live longer, but to live better. We appreciate you being here with us today. Please share one item you learned today and how you intend to apply it in your life in the comments section below. We would love to hear from you. We value your opinions, so please feel free to express them. We are greatly inspired and encouraged by reading your comments. Please like, subscribe, and share this video if you found it useful. Your support enables us to keep producing high-quality material that will educate and motivate you. We appreciate you watching, and we hope to see you in the upcoming video.